In Arkham, shadows grow long, and fate gathers strangers, each summoned by a letter from an acquaintance, each unaware of the other. They all arrive at St. Mary's Teaching Hospital at the Miskatonic University on a cool spring evening. Vincenzo Serpe Mancini, the Don of the Mancini family, Sabine Delacroix, Arkham Private Eye. William Ashford III, the sickly educated heir of a vast family fortune. And Hazel Moody, the young photographer and student of the Miskatonic University. These individuals have unknowingly aligned. They all received a letter requesting their assistance, every letter identical, every letter directing them to room 25, every letter sent by Jackson Elias. Rupert Merriweather was a stranger to them all, yet their fates are now bound by his last breath. It was within those last breaths that Rupert reveals his dabbling in the occult as a youth with his childhood friends. He explains how he and his friends performed a ritual inside of an old farmhouse out by Ross's Corner. The ritual summoned a beast from hell, but before he'd reveal any more information, he dies. But for the living, questions remain. Rupert's family wanted to know about the contents within the box. Also, why would he request for strangers to see him on his deathbed? Those questions are never answered. Serpe distracted Rupert's son, while Sabine tucked away the box without the family ever knowing. Serpe's home was used as the investigators' main base. The group then went to 483 Kerwin Street to examine the mysterious box given to them by Rupert Merriweather. Inside the strange foreign box was the deed and the key to the farmhouse, a handwritten letter by Rupert Merriweather himself, and a slim journal. All of the items are pieces of a puzzle long buried, but what about the strange Egyptian box? The box, with etchings of the unknown hieroglyphics. For answers, they turn to Reverend Silas. But knowledge proves elusive. The words remain locked. The educated Reverend was unable to translate the foreign cryptic images. Within the confines of the journal, Rupert and his friends did unleash a beast, and they did not banish it back to whence it came. The journal includes that 2 of the cultists died that very night. Another went mad, the final one murdered, looking for answers on how to banish the beast. The final page contains the date of death of each of the cultists. Rupert's date of death yet to be inked in. And in the silence of night, unease takes root in the heart of the man of faith. Our faith can be fragile when only the shadows whisper back. And in his prayers, despair takes form. Some experts say that in dreams, the walls between worlds are paper thin and reveal your darkest fears.
Your God cannot hear you, but I can.
When the others hear the preacher's frantic screams, Reverend Silas woke from his dark nightmare. Their search for truth begins at the halls of Miskatonic. Together, they turn the pages of forbidden history. Through discussion and research, they uncover a death cult from the dark heart of Africa. This cult practiced similar rituals. These rituals even make the most hardened feel their resolve tremble, and faith bends under words that are older than scripture. Elsewhere, Sabine and William follow another trail to an abandoned farmhouse in Ross's Corner. Getting directions from the locals, They head towards the cursed farm. Sabine heads off alone, telling William to stay with the car. Not every truth waits in dusty pages. Some hide behind closed doors. Some truths are found out in the wild, still too cryptic to understand. Yet something so primal makes the investigators evoke immense emotion. Despite her best efforts, Sabine's investigation was cut short as the sounds of something unnatural stir in the attic above, and she rushes back to William. Upon her return, William and Sabine notice a car driving down the snow-filled road. The two of them do nothing and decide to leave Ross's corner to rally the group. That evening, the investigators gather back at the home of Serpe. Together again, the threads of mystery begin to weave a tapestry, and with the revelation, the Reverend has the resolve to banish the beast with a similar ritual that summoned it. With little time to waste, the group prepares for a night of horror, building up the courage to persevere through and destroy the creature from the attic. They ride into the night, but when they arrive, it was already too late. Terror struck the herd of Miss Merriweather, who happened to be the driver from earlier. She died in the driver's seat, face frozen in fear. Behind the car laid her son, dead in the snow, his heart ripped out of his chest. Despite the horror they witness, the investigators enter the farmhouse. Between the stench of death and the curses from the beast, the group tries to gather their sanity to conduct the ritual. The group thought that as long as the occult markings were on the door that they would be safe while conducting the ritual. But the beast had other plans, as it sent a murder of crows down the chimney to prevent the ritual's continuation. As the investigators fight off the undead crows, Sabine flees the farmhouse terrified. Her fear and frantic running provided a hunt for the beast in the attic. She couldn't outrun the unseen beast, nor could she fight what she couldn't see. She was easily overpowered, just like the Merriweather family. Her fate was sealed. However, the death of Sabine gave the investigators ample time. While the beast was distracted with his meal, Reverend Silas led the group through the ritual. The occult symbols painted on the house long ago prevented the beast still from entering. After 2 straight hours of chanting, performing the ritual, the investigators completed the exhausting banishment, sending back the beast in the attic. When the sun rose in the morning, this group of investigators found friends and allies to walk a dark road. And they will need it, for the unsolved mysteries of eldritch horror have just begun.